Race number 7 on the programme, the second last, and Class 3 once more. 1,200 metres the trip, though, for this one. Happy Family heads them. Hood goes on as he drops into this grade for the first time. Perfect Glory, beaten favourite last time out behind. Racing Like Blitzing should roll from barrier 2. Kaiying Legend, Keith Young from 3. The 2 scratched, of course, Beauty Spark and Alcari. Zero Hedge, a 2-time course and distance winner last season. Confucius Day, big runner odds behind Waldorf, finishing 3rd last time out. And First Responder gets the tongue tie on as he heads to Happy Valley for the first time as well. Perfect Glory, Fantastic Fabio and First Responder are the horses that have been up at Chung Far in the last month.
All right. The speed map, good to slow. Blitzing possibly can find the front, although Fantastic Fabio's fairly genuine out of the gates and likes to roll forward. Perfect Glory's got barrier number 1, and it's worth noting that he was very forward in a trial at Chun Far recently. Kaiying Legend's another one that potentially can kick up through from a lowish gate too, barrier number 3. So good to slow, maybe a little bit more pace injected through that first turn.
This is Blitzing. He's had plenty of runs this season. Blitzing, this will be his 13th, but he is a 3-time winner. He will get the apprentice claim as well. And as we saw on that speed map, should be right on the pace. So he goes nicely enough here in the morning. And First Responder is the next one we're going to have a look at. And you can see First Responder here. He's been up in Chung Far. This is his Chung Far work, and it hasn't been too bad as well. So interesting to see how he goes with the lightest weight.
Yeah, he's got the form around Dan Control back in Ireland, First Responder. So he's in the fridge at the moment for me. Let's have a look at Blitzing and Ballistic King in action. This was back on the 17th. This was behind Endearing.
Well, Paul made an interesting point just a moment ago. Start 13 for Blitzing, so he hasn't been missed. He's had a lot of racing. The fact that Tony's gone for Victor Wong and the £5 really sort of concedes the fact that Tony thinks he's close to his mark. He's going for a little bit of extra weight off his back and maybe on the downward spiral too, looking at that run there. So I've got him in the tips because he's honest, but yeah, he's had a lot of racing and maybe sort of there.
Yeah, I've got him in as well, but I know where you're coming from. But we see that with, I thought that with Wild Made Princess, and then he came out and absolutely bolted in, so I don't know.
He hasn't had 13 or 12 starts, though, Wild Made Princess,
yeah.
So little concern for me anyway.
All right, that's Blitzing and Ballistic King. Confucius Day was a good run last time out. Let's see if you can back it up with jockey Umberto Rispoli.
Umberto, Confucius Day, you've ridden him a few times, hadn't shown much, but then last time that looked like a much improved effort.
Look, he's a horse then. When he first came in Hong Kong, his first trial, it was very good actually, and I was really liking the horse at the beginning, and I was thinking he can do something straight away from day one. Unfortunately, he went lost in the race a few times. He been disappointed, but like you said last time, the good draw helps. He travelled well, and he showed something in the straight.
What are you expecting then coming into Wednesday night on the back of a better run last time?
Look, fortunately we got a nice draw again. I reckon the field is tougher than the last time. Seeing the horse is doing everything right, good spot, the pace is going to be on, he's going to enjoy that. And definitely I think it's a horse then many of times is much better on the 1400 or 16 actually.
Is it just a case too with some horses they do take a few runs to get going here in Hong Kong?
Well, definitely probably is that type of horse. You know, when you came here and straight up in a class 3 is always difficult. You must be a very, very good horse and have some real potential. But what I'm saying is he was going very well at the beginning. I'm pretty sure then he can pump it up to one day.
Yeah, he gets in for me in a minor line. Confucius Day, Perfect Glory. Money for him last time. He was favourite last time out, but ultimately rolled by Racing Luck. He's back at the trials here.
Yes, has had a decent freshen up. Same scenario. I sound like a broken record. I spoke about it earlier. Casper giving horses freshen ups and lots of time to come along slowly. We spoke about Rivet, Formula Galore earlier on in the program, and now this one, Perfect Glory. Looked very impressive when he won on debut. He's been up at Chun Far, hasn't raced since early January, so he goes into the race really fresh, and I think he's going to perform well.
Sorry, there is one more as well. First Responder, who's also been up at Chun Far.
Yeah, he's been going pretty well. First Responder up there, he seems to like it. Nice, quiet jump-out trial here for him as well. And, look, he hasn't won from his 4 starts. He's come down to a light weight, though. He's an interesting runner. I didn't find a spot for him, but I did have a couple of looks at him. I think he's... there's a win in him pretty shortly.
Yeah, I'm a bit like Andrew. I kept looking at him, but I'm tending to think maybe save him for another day. But then again, if you're playing wide, sneak him in if you can.
Good run behind Hard Promise a few starts back. Perfect Glory's favourite, Paul.
Yeah, I've got him in for fourth, Perfect Glory, but I'm going to put Confucius Day on top. I don't think that was a fluke, that last run. It was a really good run from him. Barrier 4, he's get a really nice run in transit. Blitzing in there for second from the front. Ballistic King, another one that's open to improvement. He's only had the 2 starts. And his run behind Fat Turtle, I thought, was very good. Blitzing King, so he's in there for third, and in for fourth, Perfect Glory. He's dropped 32 pounds, Perfect Glory, so I'm going to ask, I'd be interested to see what Jenny's take on that, whether he looks light or not.
Yeah, I get the feeling it might be good. These are the numbers I've got on the screen, 10, 3, 2, 8. I must admit I'm going cold on the race. The more I look at Blitzing, the more I don't like him. The more I look at Perfect Glory, the more I do. Paul's made a good case for Ballistic King. I'm a fan of Carrying Legend. We just spoke about that horse as well, First Responder. Looking deeper into it, Andrew, I'm getting a little bit confused, and for me that's a worrying sign, but I know you're keen on Perfect Glory, and I think he might be potentially one to banker around.
Yeah, dropping back in trip, 1650 back to 1200. So that's Neil Callan races 5, 6 and 7.
Wow, 3 on the trot. Bang, bang, bang.
It's as easy
or
as
boom,
that.
boom, boom, as Paul would say.
There you go. All right, one more race to go. Race number 8 plus all the best bets. That comes up after this.